Hi guys, so this video is about a homeless Filipino in Canada, trafficking victim. I'm not quite sure, but here's the story. I'm going to tell you the story. I just saw this the other day. It was recommended to me by YT, and this is from a blogger. I'll put the link below later. A blogger, a Filipino blogger who's living in Canada. He could be a Filipino Canadian right now. So his channel is started out like a like a travel of food blogger, and then it started to change to like filming the homeless people in Canada. Maybe he just want to bring awareness that this is what's going on. I was just looking at as the channel. It's just like I believe the last couple of months is it just kind of switched to concentrate on the homeless people, and then he also have encountered I think two Filipino that are homeless in Canada. I think they also film in the Philippines. The poor people in the Philippines. Maybe when they were in the Philippines, when they were visiting Philippines, they did film some of the video. So like I said, but on this video we want to concentrate on this guys here. His name is Bernard Suleiman. I'll put a hashtag, and hopefully somebody will recognize him. Maybe they can recognize him and then send help. So according to the blogger, he was saying that I think the blogger name was Joe. So according to Joe, the blogger, Bernard Suleiman was from Tondo, Manila, and which Tondo is not too far from where I was born, and I also grew up. I mean, I'm in a good section. There's a bad section and a good section. So I'm more in a good section neighborhood, more toward the Chinatown area. So I don't know exactly Bernard. Where he's we're in Tondo because it's pretty big. Anyway, so according to the blogger, Bernard was homeless for about 3 years, and then he's currently his status in Canada. He said he's a permanent resident. By just looking at the pictures, I'm just guessing that Bernard probably in the late 20 or early 30 by just looking at the photo. I was at first, when I was looking at just listening to the voice, I was thinking that this guy is a young guy, but then when the camera focused on the face, I can tell that he probably in the late 20 or early 30s. What's happening here? He was homeless, but he was trying to. He's not panhandling. He was trying to sell items. You can see there's a lot of. He was carrying a lot of bag. Basically, these are merchandise that he tried to sell. He has a hat. He has sunglasses. He has T-shirt. He has pants, bag, all kind of stuff that he tried to sell to people. And the blogger kind of picked up a couple of items, but then as he was trying to make a conversation, and then he decided, what, I'm not going to take the he was planning to buy a couple of items, but then he said, what, I'm not going to take your item, but I'm going to give you money instead of so. He rather just give him money and then let him keep the merchandise so he can still sell it, which is a nice gesture. And also he was asking if Bernard wants, if he was hungry, if he wants food. But Bernard said, I don't want food, I rather have money. And then the blogger, Joe, the blogger was saying that, do you do drugs? Are you on drugs or something? He said, no, he was very upfront. He said, yeah, sometimes he do drugs. So as we all know, most of these homeless people are, probably have some situation, like either they have a problem with drinking, or drugs, or being abused, or all kinds of things, right? So, but he was very clear that he said he doesn't want food, he wants money. And the blogger said, okay, I'm gonna give you money, but I don't want you to buy drugs. And you say, okay. It was a soft-spoken Filipino. You say, okay. Most of the time he would say, okay. And then the blogger gave him 50 Canadian dollar. I think this is almost like, I think Canadian and US is almost the same, the exchange rate, or if there's difference is not a lot. So I want to share here the photo here. Look at Bernard. I'm looking at the face of Bernard right there. I would say he's probably in the 30s, something, maybe 30, 32, 33. There's a $50 Canadian dollar, and this man Bernard he has a good heart. He's a good guy. He after Joe gave him 50 Canadian dollar, he said, "Oh, you know what? Why don't you take this shirt? Look at this." Well, I thought that was cute, Bernard said, no. This I want to give you this shirt. This is nice with the stars, This is almost like I don't know if this pride stars. It looked like a pride pride T-shirt. So he wants to give the blogger like a for because he gave him 50. He wants to give something. This is almost like a Asian culture or Philippine culture. Like somebody give you something, you kind of want to return the favor, so you want to give out the shirt. But the blogger was very insistent. No, you keep it. You keep your merchandise. You can always sell it again. I don't need it. So that's how it ended up. And then the blogger said, was asking, what's your status? And he said he was single. But then the blogger clarified. He said, I don't mean by that. I mean your immigration status. And then he said it's like a permanent. He cannot remember exactly. Just sometimes like me, I go blank. What he meant, like a permanent residence. And then he said, "How did you came to Canada?" He said he was being brought over to Canada when he was very young, at 15. That's what I was just thinking. I said, I don't know. Could be like a trafficking victim. So I hope that if the blogger see this one, maybe he can investigate more. Maybe, I don't know if he was a trafficking victim. He said he has no relatives in Canada, but how did he end up in Canada at the age of 15? So it's like a red flag right there. It obviously he has some problem, drugs, or maybe, I don't know, I'm just saying, but maybe been abused or something like that, So it's worth to investigate more. Maybe the blogger can do some more investigation on Bernard, and then try to get him some help. I think for me, the best probably the best solution is to contact the Philippine embassy and show the picture if they have if he was legally brought to Canada. I'm sure there got to be some paperwork. They got to have paperwork trail. They can search this man. If that was his real name, Bernard Suleiman. So the embassy would be able to to find out more, either the Philippine embassy or even the the police, Canadian authority or something like that, you know. But this is quite interesting, you know, when he say he was brought to Canada at the age of 15, you know, kind of just like red flag, you know. So anyway, that's the story of Bernard, and I, you know, hopefully that you know, he will get help, and then like I said, you know, you guys can. I'm gonna put the link, and you can go check out the blogger, the Filipino blogger. He's trying to reach out to more people. There's other Filipino that were homeless on his channel. You can watch that and let me know your thought on this video. Thank you again for watching. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Bye bye.